This is yet another high school shoujo about the world's most ordinary looking girl with communication issues bewitching two absolute chads into fighting over her. Yume ka Utsutsu is the newest manga by Io Sakisaka, the author of other play-by-number shoujo like Blue Spring Ride and Strobe Edge. This time around, we have Iroha, a girl who has great hair and is flatter than Kyrie Irving's views on geometry. She can't talk no good. At some point, she meets handsome devil So Utsutsu, who not only helps her with her studies, but also her self-esteem. Utsutsu has missed a bunch of school due to his sickness, which results in rumors of him being an imaginary student. He ends up repeating a year and becomes buddy-buddy with plain Jane Iroha real quick. There are so many shoujo tropes that it makes it hard for this series to come out of the gate original, or even harder for someone like me, a shoujo fan that's highly critical of what they read, to enjoy anything that's being presented so far. Utsutsu calls Iroha by her name, and apparently he's the first person to ever call her by her given name, LMAO. He proceeds to touch her, recite fucking Edgar Allan Poe or some shit to her in the courtyard of the school, all as a means to have Iroha come out of her shell. Now, perhaps I'm being unfair, but are these not the most generic shoujo tropes? Is it wise to utilize all of these tropes within the first few chapters of a series? Sakisaka's pen has always been very suspect to me. They're a talented author, no doubt, but I think their skill set lies more in the Hiro Mishima camp instead of, say, an oh great. So far, I feel no attachment to these characters. Kamiyama, the secondary love interest that Sakisaka is so adept at writing, has a decent design, but his intentions are exactly what you'd expect from a character like this. We've seen this all before. Sure, the artwork of Yuka Yuka is great. It's the standard Shueisha shoujo affair, steady and identifiable to the target audience, but refined by a hand that has drawn hundreds of chapters of manga. But the writing doesn't do anything for me. This isn't a fresh story. This isn't even a fresh idea. The mangaka has an aversion to writing characters outside of high school settings. The female leads invoke the same manic pixie girl energy time and time again in her work. And the male leads are, well, they're pretty dreamy, yes, but they're extremely safe character designs. Yuka Yuka is being published in Margaret, and it's only a few chapters deep, so I can't make any big sweeping statements about what I truly think of this series. However, it's off to a very pedestrian start, and I honestly expected a lot more from a mangaka of this pedigree. As I mentioned, Sakisaka isn't my favorite creator, and I think the zeitgeist probably feels the same way about her like I do. That she's an above average writer, one who writes to a very normie audience, an author that doesn't take many risks with their work or pretty much recycles characters over and over again. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's okay. Supernatural went on for like 27 seasons or some bullshit, right? There's definitely an audience for that, but I would still expect Sakisaka to take some risks with their work. Try something new, but well, we'll see. Maybe the characters' intentions will be different compared to their previous work, and I'm definitely looking forward to more color pages. Sakisaka is incredible with color selection when it comes to their series, but right now, yeah, this feels like a typical shoujo, nothing to get excited about. If you're a fan of the mangaka's other works, then you'll probably like this, but if you're looking for a new shoujo to read, let a whole volume come out before you commit to giving this a shot. 3 out of 10.